Welcome! My name is Zeroxshinobi, and it's time to share what my top 10 PlayStation 2 games of all time are. It's gonna be a little different. I grew up with different games than anyone in the world, so just because your games may not be on this list doesn't mean that they're not worthy of being on a list. These are just the games that I personally grew up with and found to be the best of the bunch. I hope you enjoy the video. I never hear anyone talk about the amazing Onimusha series. All the entries that I played, with the exception of Onimusha Tactics, are freaking fun. My personal favorites are 2 and 4, but if it had to come down to choosing one, I would have to go with the refined 2. Yagyu Jubei is beyond beast. Samanosuke is a boss, but I gotta give it to Jubei. Not only does he have a big ass nose, but he has some amazing combos to back it as well. Onimusha 2 introduces support characters that join you, which makes the replay value extremely high. It offers multiple endings depending how you handle their relationships. The support characters that join you in the game even get salty if you don't give them gifts. These dudes will straight up try and kill you later in the game. Dead serious. Did I mention that this game also contains a dying art as well? Pre-rendered backgrounds. Capcom, can you please do an HD remaster of all 4 games? Even if you sell them separately digitally, I'm in there. What can I say about Final Fantasy X that I haven't said in my previous videos? Many people hate this game solely for the lack of freedom, especially compared to previous Final Fantasy games. Also, many gamers hate it for this. But honestly, this game has some of the best music in RPG history. The combat is fast and fun, and the summons are amazing. Remember the Thunder Plains? Can you believe that I still haven't dodged 200 lightning bolts? Damn you, Shadow Elites! Speaking of lightning, I gotta give a shout out to the one and only Ixion. Now that we got the positive out the way, on the flip side, I was always bothered by the terrible final boss, especially since Square were masters of epic final boss encounters. Then again, there's always the battle arena. I remember going to GameStop in 2003 on my birthday and buying Final Fantasy Tactics Advance from my Game Boy Advance SP, which by the way was fucking awesome, and an unknown at the time tactical RPG called Disgaea Hour of Darkness. Now I say tactical, but anyone who played this game, as much as me, my brother, and Euphoria, knows that there's no tactics involved here. If you call power leveling and killing everything in one turn tactical, then yeah, this game is tactical. This game is funny. Do yourself a favor if you're playing this for the first time. Don't grind in the item world and play the story missions, because they will become far too easy. Start grinding in there once you beat the story missions, and then enjoy getting your ass handed to you by Ball, because he will fuck your shit up. Fans of Tekken 3 will always remember the greatness of Tekken Tag Tournament 1 on the PlayStation 2. Tag-based fighting games were pretty big during this time. We had the Capcom Versus series such as X vs Street Fighter, Street Fighter EX3, and even Dead or Alive 2. So Tag 1 was huge, especially for me and my circle of friends. I recall teaming up Jin and Kazuya for the first time and smiling as I owned everyone. I love how characters we've always wanted to pair up in battle were actually teams in this game. Endings were pretty craptastic, but worth suffering through due to its terribleness. Best tracks in the game? Ogre's theme was amazing, but nothing till this day in Tekken history beats Xiaoyu's theme. This is definitely top 3 Tekken games in the series in my book. When I'm asked which is my favorite Metal Gear Solid entry, my answer will always be 3. 3 has the best setting the franchise has seen to this day, and feels the most open. This Metal Gear felt like a survivor stealth game, in which you literally have to survive 24/7 by not only avoiding detection, but ensuring you're well fed as well. I prefer playing MGS3 with the overhead camera angle. The subsistence camera angle just didn't do it for me, sorry. I don't have to tell you further why this game is on the list, but there is a question that I must ask. Who also had the Snake Eater theme blasting on repeats in their MP3 player? 'Cause I did. I remember my brother bought this game for me as a present, and holy crap, did I play it until I started to smell like an old pot of honey from the 100-acre wood. This game right here has the greatest final boss battle in video game history. When I was younger, I used to be obsessed whenever the hero faced off with the villain of the story. Square Enix, as you know, were masters of building up the final battle in their games, and this game was probably the last time they did that, because they sure as hell didn't do it in Final Fantasy XII. Kingdom Hearts 2 had and still has the best combat system in the series. Not even Birth by Sleep or Dream Drop Distance can compete with the fast-paced action here. Sora was too much of a beast in this game. I would even say he was overpowered. Shame that being a Riku fan, I was dropped a long slimy shit when I got the chance to play as him because he sucked. Kingdom Hearts 3 better be as amazing as this game, because I can't even go back to Kingdom Hearts 1 after I played part 2. I'm sorry, but I just can't get enough of the best Devil May Cry in the franchise's history. Devil May Cry 3 has so much content packed in it, I still think it's better than the first Bayonetta game. Now, I can't speak for the sequel because I haven't played it yet, so don't kill me. But what I love so much about the game was playing it for the first time made me fall in love with the series all over again. Why? Well, you gotta remember that after the masterpiece that was Devil May Cry 1, Capcom pissed out a dirty, slimy green mess out of their long, hard dick. And man, did we all open our mouths and eat it up. Cause Devil May Cry 2 was horrible. Enter Devil May Cry 3 and Virgil was ready to punish us for even supporting that travesty. What makes Devil May Cry 3 so good? The gameplay is the best mix of action, platforming, puzzles, and exploration. And because everyone complained about how easy the second game was, Capcom decided to throw us in the lion's den with its intense difficulty, which they later realized got many people killed because they released Devil May Cry 3, the Bitch Edition. Oops, I mean Special Edition. I've beat a few Contra games in my life. Not all of them, but here's a list. Contra 1, Super C, Contra Hardcore, and Shattered Soldier. Shattered Soldier is one of the hardest games I played on the PlayStation 2. The music! Oh my god, the music! First thing they took out were the weapon pickups. You don't need them because they start you off with 3 weapons, which are useful unlike previous Contra games. That means no more accidental pickups that replace your godlike arsenal. These 3 weapons are all going to be used. Every enemy in the game is weak to at least one of them. They have a normal fire and an alternate fire, just like the awesome Unreal Tournament, but 2D. The downside is you're going to die a million times trying to figure out which weapon each of the rape you in the ass bosses are weak against. And when I say rape you in the ass bosses, I'm not fucking kidding. My asshole is still pale and chapped after all these years. Very similar to how Hardcore lets you select stages in any order, this game does the same. I always found the best order to be the recommended order. 1, 2, and 3. They have the game now on PSN, but beware, controllers may break. I wasn't a fan of the first Zone of the Enders at all, but Zone of the Enders 2 is my favorite Hideo Kojima game ever. The graphics, music, story, awesome mechs, combat system, and characters are so cool, man. I looked up to Dingo back in the day. Not only is he a badass who isn't scared of that bastard Noman, but because he pilots the beastly Zeroxshinobi. Plus, he has a hot girlfriend by the end of the game. Get the double S rank and you will be treated to a super cock tease. Dingo makes Leo look like a pure pussy. I always hated Leo. In fact, he's the reason why I hated the first game so much. So even without Dingo, Leo is a pussy compared to anyone. But in all seriousness, this game will make you want to watch Gundam, play Armored Core, and cry that there's currently no sequel to it. With the recent announcement of Star Ocean 5 coming to the PlayStation 4, I immediately wondered if it would end up being my favorite RPG for that console when it releases. I doubt it, but the reason why I asked that question was because Star Ocean 3 will forever be my favorite PlayStation 2 game of all time. Nothing can match the amount of fun I had in the countless hours spent in the game. The subtitle, "Till the End of Time," means you will be playing this game till the end of time. This game is so long, and when you get to the post-game content, it's taken to the next level. The Maze of Tribulations, anyone? Freya, anyone? Anyone who completed the game fully will know of the rape we all received by those 2 mentions. Many have given the game tons of shit for its disgusting plot twist, rendering the entire universe of Star Ocean a joke forever, but it didn't make the game less fun. I probably clocked in about 300 plus hours into this game, creating the ultimate death squad, and reaching level 255 is like looking down at how hard your dick is. There you have it, guys. My top 10 PlayStation 2 games of all time. I would love to know in the comment section below, if you did have a PlayStation 2 during your time, what's your top 10 games? If you have a video you want to link me to, go ahead and share it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and watch out for my next countdown.